What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about if giveaways really do still work and what other methods you can use to launch your products. Now, if you guys don't know, in my previous videos I was talking about using JumpSend in order to resell products, and basically through the website you can actually get products that are heavily discounted and then purchase them and then resell them as a form of retail arbitrage, and just use that method in order to save up for your first Amazon FBA product. So I literally just got this like 5 minutes ago, and I'm probably going to list this on eBay and then try to resell it and see if I get any profits. And if that happens, I'll make sure I mention it to you guys. So I actually have to go pick up my brother real quick, and I'm going to be talking about this process here in a second. So let's go. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be going over, do giveaways still work, and how you can do them and what's the right way to do them. Now, there are tons of different softwares out there that you guys can use, different launch services, different methods, and honestly giveaways still do work. And for the most part, with all this new data that's coming out with how many giveaways count, towards coupon codes, apparently full price sales, like people that sell organically and stuff and get those full price sales, those actually count more towards the algorithm for ranking than discounted sales do. So if you're doing giveaways, doing 50% off, 90% off, or 99% off giveaways, those aren't counting as much as the full priced ones, which is something that was recently discovered. And basically it's around like 4 to 7 giveaways is equal to one organic sale, which is quite a lot. Now, of course, it's going to vary depending on which market you're in. Like if you're in a highly competitive market, then yeah, most likely it's going to be around 5 to 7. But if you're not in that much of a competitive market, then it shouldn't matter that much. And then you shouldn't have to give away tons and tons of units. So if your top competitor is giving away I don't know, 18 units a day, you shouldn't have to give you honestly should not have to give away twice as much as that per day for a full week. You shouldn't have to do that, in all honesty, especially if there's not that many sellers for that product. Now, if there's tons of different sellers on there, obviously there's going to be much more ranking that you have to go through, much more sellers that you have to outrank. So of course it's going to be a little bit more competitive, and you're trying to look for you're trying to build that sales history. So if you guys don't know, Seller Tools is a good software that you guys can use. I haven't used it yet, but what I've heard about it is that basically you do a giant launch spike in one day, as opposed to all these other different softwares where you basically just do giveaways for about a week or so. But I heard Seller Tools is pretty cool. I might go with that for my next product launch. But apparently, I guess the daily giveaways are a little bit better, I've heard, because it builds sales history over time. But that's definitely something that I will be looking into. Now, if you guys did not know, one of the really good ways, especially if your product is very niche specific, like if it's in the beauty category or maybe sports and outdoors, or pets, pet supplies. If it's in those specific niches like that, you're going to be able to target these niches on Facebook very easily and do giveaways very easily. And that's because when you target these people on Facebook, there's a whole bunch of people on Facebook for these audiences. And once you target them, you can narrow down the audience even more and get really niche specific. Have people that like pet supplies, have people that like Amazon products, they like discount codes. And once you do this, it's going to be much cheaper as compared to doing those regular giveaways where you just give them the coupon code, and you have to pay for all the FBA fees and stuff, and you have to pay for like a launch service. If you don't know, viral launch is around $350 to $400. ZonJump is like $1.25 or $1.50 per coupon code that you use, and that combined with the FBA fees all kind of add up. So that's why I highly suggest you guys use Facebook ads, because on top of that, you're going to be able to use things like ManyChat, which is a up-and-coming software that I highly suggest you guys should use. I already have like 260 something subscribers or people that are part of my list on there, so I'm going to be able to remarket to these guys when I come out with my next product and ask them, hey, you want this product here, I'll give you this coupon code. or do you want to, if here's my new product here, do you want to buy it, full price? And it's a very cool software that you guys can use, because you can really test it out to see if you can use that as a method to get full reviews and stuff. So it's a perfect tool for your product launches. And on top of that, for them to subscribe, all they have to do when you're launching your product and running that Facebook ad is literally they just have to click on your ad and they're automatically subscribed, and you can automatically start messaging them and they just become part of your list. So it's a very useful tool that you guys can use. And if you guys didn't know, I have different videos on that on my YouTube channel, how to use Facebook ads and ManyChat. So definitely go check that out. Now, giveaways, they definitely work. Don't think about, you don't have to think about, oh, Amazon FBA is dead, we can't do giveaways no more. It's completely fine. They just alter the algorithm just a little bit. So apparently super URLs don't really work when it comes to ranking for certain keywords. So that it's something that's not, I don't feel like I'm really personally affected by that. It's really not that big of a deal. But what I highly suggest to you guys that you do when you decide to launch your product is try and get as many organic sales while you're doing the giveaway as well. So there's different softwares you can use, like Rebate Key, which is it's a full price. Basically, when you throw up your product on there, people will buy it for full price. Then after a month or so, Rebate Key just refunds them for that and gives them their money back, or I think that's how it works. But in the beginning, it's good because you're going to be able to get those full price sales, and that's going to help you out with your ranking. So there's so many different tools that you guys can use. Now, one thing that you guys should probably be worried about, or not that much, because they've tried to fix it. If you're interested into ZonJump, they've recently had like a lot of hijackers and stuff, and Viral Launch. And what they did was they actually limited to where when someone purchases your product, they can only buy one product. They can only redeem one coupon code instead of repeatedly going on your listing and purchasing more and more. So hopefully that'll stop the hijacker thing that's going on with that. Viral Launch, I believe, hasn't really solved that problem. But that's one thing with giveaway services. That is one downside. So you just have to keep that in mind when you are doing your, when you are looking for different tools and methods in order to do your giveaways. I'm trying to stick with Facebook ads because I know the real power behind that. It's going to help you build your brand outside of Facebook, or not outside of Amazon. So that's going to be really helpful. Let's say, maybe in 10 years or so, Amazon blows up, nobody cares about it. There's this whole new e-commerce site that just completely blows out the water. And then you're going to be able to take your product, and you already have an established brand, a following, all this stuff on a different website. So it's going to be really cool. Now, I don't suggest you guys try and do that now. Just try and launch a product on Amazon, but just worry about that stuff later. Just keep that in mind, because that is our whole entire goal of trying to launch a Amazon FBA product. So doing giveaways is very, very important, and I cannot stress that enough. It is part of the launch. So now when I say giveaways, I'm just talking about the launch, like in general. There are different methods you guys can use as well, like influencer marketing, which is something that I feel like that's probably the best route that you guys can take, because if you're going to be able to talk to an influencer, whether it's on YouTube or Instagram, you're going to be able to launch your product very profitably, because those people, you gotta think about it, they already follow the influencer, they're already brand loyal and connected. So when they suggest your product, they're gonna be like, oh, okay, this person probably likes this product as well, and they love it, so I'm gonna purchase it too. And they're gonna purchase your product for full price. So that's gonna help you guys a lot when it comes to launching your product and getting your ranking all the way up to maybe even #1 on the first page. So that's something that you guys can use, and maybe even in combination with doing Facebook ads. But you would have to talk to a different number of influencers. And once you do that, just make sure that their posts, especially about different products, actually have tons of likes and tons of engagement. You just don't want to buy an influencer's shout out and then you don't get many sales or engagement. So that's what you guys want to do, because it's going to help you launch, and you're not going to be losing any money by doing that. So it's very important. So if you guys, that is another giveaway method that you guys can do. Well, not giveaway, but product launch, I mean. So the short and long answer is no, giveaways are not dead. They're not over. You can still do them. You just have to be wary of all the different options out there as well. I'm most likely going to be trying to do either ZonJump or the Facebook ads for my next upcoming product, just because there's really not that, there's a lot of options, but I just feel like it's hard to do. Like influencer marketing, you have to talk to a lot of influencer stuff, and I might try and do that myself, but you know, once you do something like Facebook ads or have done a different software before or launched service before, it's just like you don't want to really stray away from it. You know, you want, if something worked before, you want to repeat it and do it again, right? So we'll see what I do, and I'll just let you guys know on what I decide to do, because for my specific product that I have now, it's kind of hard to find a good audience on Facebook, because the product is in kitchen and dining, so it's a little bit hard to find a specific niche of people to do that. But I will be doing a test launch just like I did on my last product, just to see how it goes, and that way I'll keep that audience and see if it actually works. But if not, I'm just going to be using ZonJump and doing the giveaway for about a week or so, because my product honestly isn't that competitive. So you just have to gauge your product and see how competitive it is and how many units you might have to give away. And ZonJump and Viral Launch, they both have people that you can work with and ask, especially with this new thing going on with Amazon, on how many units that you should give away daily and for how long. So you just have to keep that in mind. And also, don't be really afraid about hijackers and stuff. I would be more afraid on Viral Launch for that, because I don't think they really fixed the whole thing where they can buy more than just one unit from your specific product that you're giving away. But I know ZonJump kind of fixed that, and it's kind of weird because JumpSend, I actually got like 2 hijackers on my last listing. One of them I got off, but if they're only able to buy like 1 unit, that's fine, because you can literally just pay somebody else to buy it off your listing for you, which is what I did previously. But it's not that hard. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Especially for ZonJump and stuff. So just get somebody else to purchase it off your listing, because they could only get 1. So yeah, guys, that's all I really want to talk about in this video. Hopefully you have a little bit more confidence going into this giveaway thing. But just don't be scared. It's all part of the process and stuff. And ZonJump and all these different softwares are going to try and fix what they're doing now, in order to make sure that you're not getting a whole bunch of hijackers on your listing. And even if you do, they're not going to be there that long, because they're only going to have like 1 product in stock, and literally you can just find somebody else to buy that off your listing for you. And then yeah, so with all that being said, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and hopefully you have all these different methods and different options that you guys can sort of gauge on what you guys want to do next. So yeah, make sure you like down below, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, and tell me what other videos you'd like to see. I am completely open to this stuff, and if you guys did not know, make sure you check down in my inside my description, because I do have different templates that you guys can be using for your suppliers to negotiate, get lower prices, and also how to create an awesome description and awesome bullet points for your product listing, so that your listing really stands out compared to the competitors. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.